And Laura, can you go over there and meet Daniel to see how much? Okay, thank you.
We already found out. Hey, there's a guy.
Oh my God,
What's the guy?
not the white shirt.
The only one I used
Not the white shirt. I said the same
I only have one shirt. This is the only shirt I know.
Wait, see this is ready to celebrate? Always ready to celebrate. We got some really cool photos. Quite neat. Yeah. The old picture. Hey, how are you? Jingle. Jingle, get through. Okay.
The middle of it.
I know, I love that. Hey, well, you know, you look different out of suits and sweatpants, right? Yeah. Yeah, I know. And shorts and swimsuits. You can just throw them on. And around here. Oh my goodness, look at this guy. He doesn't have his t-shirt on and his earbuds. Oh my gosh. Well, it's going to be quite a little spread here, so. And thank God we have a nice day. It's supposed to rain. Yeah. But not till 7, not till 7. Yeah. I know. I walked over and why did I even look like that? These are some very cool pictures, some very cool pictures. Yeah. Jerry had a fun time doing it. Look at Cat Lucy. Short hair. Some of these people I know and some I do not. How long have you been here? We started right after I retired. Yeah, so years ago, about 10 years ago. 10, 11 years. We bought, that's what we bought, and then we were coming down for less time, and then all of a sudden we started coming down more. We sold that unit, but that was John. He always worked G5. Always worked G5. I love that building. Yeah. Good views. I really like it. So we always stayed at G5 with the place. Because the bedroom was bad. We had a one bath. Not good. We kept taking it. Not happy. And when you get company, even that isn't too big. You need more work. So, when the kids nowadays, yeah, it's fine. We were looking for somebody, but you know, they hired somebody and they didn't come back because they didn't hire them. That's going to be our problem.
Oh, yeah, he's yeah. That is so I'm gonna take a picture of the
Oh, there's Daryl. There's the plug. That's the plug. You're so
Would you have worn your dress shirt? I didn't try to. You guys see yourself?
Hello, sir. Welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you too. You looking good? Thank you. You live on the island or?
I'm in the center of University Town Center area.
University Town.
Out here again.
Wow, that's pretty good. I like it.
You're right. Find a way to do here. That's swap. That's swap.
Yeah, we just saw us.
What?
We just saw us.
Yeah, oh, you're on here live. And if it looks like put it on the floor or something, but thank you.
It's in more. It's in every day.
Okay, the bar is open. Okay, here's the water for now.
Me too.
Thank you. No, they were only there for a year. Yeah, 78. You're the second one. And yeah, and I did. He needs to do the arrow.
No, I'm just.
Jerry Lupton, can you come to the podium, please, Jerry? Jerry Lupton. Test 1, 2, 3, test. Can you hear me outside? Test. Okay. Test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me outside? Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Could I have your attention, please?
God, I'm out of here.
Hi, hello. I knew that the festivities were going to be a challenge today on the presentation because everybody's so happy, and that makes me happy. Except when we do the presentations, can we try to exercise a little bit of common courtesy and let people have their time to speak? Now, Did I say that okay, or did it sound like a teacher? I mean, like, reprimanded. Anyway, okay, my name is Donna Cornell, and I have the pleasure of leading this event. It's a most significant event. And I just wanted to share a thought with you. As I went to my computer to sit down and get ready to write comments, I started to type and I said, no, wait, Donna. This isn't about putting a shovel in the ground 50 years ago to start Seaplace. This is about the photos. When we asked for people to send us photos of their times here at Seaplace, we got wonderful photos. Photos of families on the beach, people here barbecuing, people in the old clubhouse, people in the new clubhouse. And so you know what today is about? It's really about the memories created here for 50 years at Seaplace. The joys and the loves. The pictures will go back up on the screen after the program, and you'll see loved ones who are still here, who started out maybe as longtime owners. You'll see grandchildren. You'll see some people we've lost. And I'm sorry if it brings anybody any sadness, but it's really what Seaplace is all about. It's about living and enjoying and loving being here. So that's what we're celebrating today. Now, I'm hoping we're celebrating decades more as well. So we put together a committee that said we have to celebrate, and I have the honor of leading a great team. And that consists of Lorraine Lutkin, Robin Zuckerman, June Hessel, who also serves as your committee chairperson for all the events that you attend here and works very hard. We had Jerry Lutkin, who's in charge of the continuous loop of memories that you'll see, and that will keep going. And then he's got a surprise to tell you about also. And then we had 3 extremely talented artists. We had Barbara Mishkin, Pat Lundy, and Judy Herman, who worked to create these wonderful displays. There's 4 of them here. Please take a moment to look at them. It's a look back at Seaplace over the years. So join me in thanking them for all their work. And then I also have to thank Mike Rennick, who's working diligently. Is it working? It's not working. It's working.
It's working.
Okay, live streaming. Hi, everybody on the internet. So
They're watching. You have people watching it right now.
I have people watching. Great. So it's live streaming, and Mike is going to make it available later on where you'll be able to click on and see the events as well. So we thank you, Mike, for that.
You're welcome.
Okay. So now I have some announcements to make. Wine, beer, and soda will be available throughout. I have an announcement. Please be kind, be considerate about the speakers. After the program, there's going to be appetizers available, some beautiful food, and we also have some wonderful sweets. We have some cake and a couple of trays of the most delightful desserts. The clubhouse is going to be open this week with the displays here and available. We are going to do door prizes. They're lined up here, and I thank those who were generous enough to give us things for the door prizes. And we will be doing those while the food is being consumed. I want to thank the staff for their setup. They were here early this morning and helped us set up and did a lot of work. And then, of course, Wendy Chakowski, who's like the best golf cart driver in the USA. Okay, so thank you to them. I'd like to mention our board of directors at this time, and I'd like you to hold your applause to make sure that we get in the time frame. We have our president, Sue Paraso. We have our vice president, Paul Gold. June Hessel, who's the secretary. Nelson Mishkin, who's the treasurer. And then the directors are Jim Diener, Sandy Endress, Alan Gottesman, Jerry Lutkin, and Alan Zuckerman. Thank you. And we have a couple of former presidents of the board here. We have Harold Kaufman and Mike Rennick. And we have the prior operations manager, Bill Deskis, here. Bill, are you here? All right. am going to introduce our VIPs in a little while. Everybody in here is a VIP, but we have some guest VIP coming. So now I'd like to call President Sue Paraso to the podium to make some comments, please.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you all for all the dignitaries and the honored guests and all of the residents and the staff. Thank you all for coming to celebrate Seaplace's 50th anniversary year. Okay, I understand, I was told by someone that it's not the actual day, so it's our anniversary year. We live in paradise. We have a gorgeous condominium complex that's beautifully maintained and landscaped, with a half a mile of ocean front, with beautiful sandy beaches and clear water. We have a mile walking path around the perimeter of the property. We have 2 pools. We have 2 spas. We have a clubhouse that is wonderful for entertainment, that also happens to have a gym and a library. We have 3 tennis courts. What else could anybody want? We are in paradise. We all have stories about how we got to Seaplace. For us, we've been coming to Seaplace for like 15 years. Not to Seaplace, I'm sorry, to Longboat Key for 15 years, and decided that's really where we wanted to end up. We didn't know whether we really could afford to do so, but that's what we wanted. And Mike retired, and I still had a few years to go, and I had a sabbatical that year. And it was a research sabbatical, which meant that I could do my research anywhere there was a computer. So Mike was in charge of finding a place for us to live. So he let his fingers do the walking, through the walking of the Observer, and he talked to a bunch of different people, and ended up talking to one of our original owners, or a daughter of an original owner. So talked to her, and I talked to her. This is Mariana Hill. Her mom was the original owner in M1, and we decided to come here because she said to us, I think that you would enjoy all of these other complexes, but I really think you'd like Seaplace more. Very interesting. So we decided, well, that was enough for us to try. We came here. She was right. I don't know about any place else, but we couldn't have liked any place more than we actually liked Seaplace. So we met people, we met friends. We found out that the people that work here, the entire staff, is caring, and that they really try to do anything that anybody really needs to have done. They were wonderful. It was like, okay, the people really make Seaplace. I mean, there's no question about it. We're known as this friendly environment. We are. You talk to people and think about all the individuals that you know that either are original owners or they're families of original owners. People don't leave. There are generations of people that have been here. Other individuals buy one condominium here at Seaplace, and they like Seaplace, but maybe they decide they want a different condominium. They don't move away. They buy another condominium in Seaplace. Our renters come and they stay. So to have somebody who's rented the place for 10 years or 20 years or several different places is not terribly unusual. It's one of those things. Seaplace is friendly. Seaplace is a very, very caring, a very friendly place, and I think that's what we're known for, and I think that's what differentiates us from the rest. So in conclusion, I just hope that our legacy of caring and friendship continues into the future. Thank you. Okay, my next honor is actually to introduce our manager, Wendy Chakowski. Wendy? Wendy, where are you? At any rate, Wendy is wonderful, Wendy. Wendy is the most fantastic manager in the world. I don't know how I would have been president without her. She knows everything. She knows where all the bodies are buried. So that, Wendy has been here since 1997 in various capacities. So, Wendy, thank you.
She's looking at me because I keep saying to her, do you have your comments? Yeah, I have comments because she's not looking for accolades. She
Right.
deserves them.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, Donna asked me to speak today. So I've been thinking about what to say the whole time. And then the other day we were testing out these pictures and I sat here and just thought about, this is my 26th season here at Seaplace.
Wow.
I've seen a lot over the years. My first few years was when there were 3 big projects going on at one time. The windows were being installed, G1, 2, 3 in the townhouses in M1, along with the clubhouse being renovated. The fireplace was taken out that year, and the tennis courts went to clay. After that, there were amendment changes that all went through because of some of the projects that were done and moved on. Then came the embezzlement, new manager, and a whole new era starting over. I've had many different boards. I've had 13 different presidents, 4 managers, employees who've come and gone and come back again. While I was looking at the pictures the other day, it also reminded me of all the owners I have met over the years and that have either passed or have gone to live with their family, and their kids are now here. I've enjoyed working here. I enjoy everybody, and I look forward to working here for many years to come.
I just have one small gift for Wendy. Thank you.
When Sue was giving her comments, I was thinking about how much I love it here too, but there's one thing that's missing. Are you ready? Okay. When I get here, even though it's for 4 or 5 months, I think I've come to a resort, like when I go down to one of the islands or something. And the only thing missing is by your chair in those islands and those resorts, you have a little flag that you pull up where another pina colada here. So if we can get the board to consider that kind of wait stamp going forward, I'd like that. The next thing that we have on our agenda is being done by the most wonderful human being in my life. My husband, Jeff Werner, has been very tolerant. We just celebrated 40 years of our meeting. We met January 20th, 1983 at 4:30 in the afternoon, and my life changed. Oh, for good, all for the better. But he is a very big history buff, and so I asked him if he could put together a few comments about the history here at Longboat and Seaplace. Thank you. Doesn't he look nice today?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeffrey Werner, as you just heard, and I've been asked to share with you my research about Longboat Key and Seaplace. In the early 1900s, homes began popping up on the north end of the island, some of which are still standing today. During the Roaring 20s, the famous John Ringling of the Ringling Brothers Circus bought hundreds of acres on the south end of Longboat Key, Lido Key, and more. After Ringling's wife, Mabel, had kept complaining to him about having to shop fashionably at far distant Palm Beach, Ringling also left his stamp on our area by orchestrating our nearby outdoor shopping complex, St. Armand Circle. Good going, Mabel. Rumor has it, Ringling won the land in a poker game. The Ringling circus elephants were pressed into service to carry the timbers Ringling used to build the causeways from the mainland and to Longboat Key. Ringling also built a Ritz-Carlton hotel at New Pass, which was started in 1926, never was finished, and was torn down in 1962. Before we go on about Longboat Key and Seaplace, I am first obligated to speak to you about Arthur Vining Davis. Arthur Vining Davis graduated Phi Beta Kappa from Amherst College in 1888, and he joined this company that was to become known as Alcoa, the Aluminum Company of America, and where he took a job as a helper and bookkeeper, and he later became the president of the very, very successful company. In 1958, at the age of 82, yes, 82. I didn't know there was an echo in here. Davis Incorporated, combining the first two letters of his first, middle, and last names, Arthur Vining Davis, to form the company's name, Arvida. We've heard that before, haven't we? He was known for his entrepreneurial spirit and high standards. Davis began buying vast tracts of undeveloped acreage, and he soon became the largest landowner in the state of Florida. In 1959, Arvida paid an estimated $13.5 million when he purchased 2,000 acres that included the southern half of Longboat Key, most of Lido Key, all of Bird, Otter, and Coon Keys from the John Ringling estate. In 1971, a headhunting firm, you know about those, don't you, dear? I watched The Headhunter. A headhunting firm was retained to seek a leader for Arvida, and it recruited Charles Chuck Cobb, who held an MBA from Stanford and who had developed communities in Arizona and California. Cobb planned to bring Arvida into the business of developing communities. At that time, community development did exist, but mostly in the form of installment sales, in which developers sold land for little money down without showing that they had the necessary infrastructure to support the communities. Cobb wanted to build communities that would be sustainable, with sufficient water supplies, sewage, and roads. He also wanted to build communities with culture, amenities, and educational opportunities. Longboat Key had few of its current developments when Cobb first visited the island in the early 1970s. There was Country Club Shores, which were developed in the mid to late 1960s, as did Sands Point. Most residences, hotels, restaurants, and shops were located on the north end of the island. Cobb exercised caution on Longboat Key, knowing that residents and commissioners were concerned with traffic and seemed, it's still going on, right? And they seemed hesitant to increase tourism on the island. During his 16 years at Arvida, the company developed multiple condominiums on the island, including Seaplace, Longboat Key Towers, Beach Place, Inn on the Beach, Fairway Bay, Sunset Beach, Grand Bay, and hundreds of single-family homes in Bay Isles. Cobb wanted to put single-family units on Bay Isles rather than focusing exclusively on condominiums because he thought that single-family housing was essential to draw families. In 1980, Arvida negotiated to bring Publix to Avenue of the Flowers to serve as an anchor for the high-end shopping center. The project was met with protests from the residents who worried that mainland residents would cross the bridge and shop on the island. I know there's somebody here from the Observer, and that's probably where I got it from, a story that they published. In retrospect, Cobb said he wished he had made provisions for family-friendly facilities. That's a mouthful. Family-friendly facilities, such as a school site, more parks, and a larger public library. Unlike most communities Arvida developed, he didn't make these provisions because he wasn't sure they would work on Longboat Key or were even wanted. I believe Chuck Cobb would be pleased today. He passed away 2 years ago. If he could today see the new community center behind Publix now being ready. The open-air entertainment stage is set and it will begin construction shortly. The community center also is anticipated to include a county library, meeting rooms, classrooms, and a large multi-purpose space. So too, I think Chuck Cobbs would be proud of Bayfront Park with its 1,350 square foot interior event center, playground, basketball court, tennis and pickleball courts, dog park, picnic tables, and it has a charging station for electric vehicles. I bet not all of you knew that. So now I brought you to the present. As we today celebrate this 50-year anniversary of Seaplace, I speak for the owners of Seaplace, our families, our friends, acquaintances, and neighbors, and say that we look forward to our future with enormous joy, unbridled pride, and unbounded enthusiasm. Thank you.
He's cool, isn't he? Okay. So,
Good job.
before I go to the next introduction, I'm not following committee members. Don't get nervous. I'm not following the original outline. I wanted to introduce some of the VIPs that we have here and who responded they were coming. And if I could find that paper, I'd be happy. Bear with me. I might not have that right here, right now. How is that possible? Okay, I don't have it right now. I know where to get it. So the next, I apologize for that. The next person I'm going to introduce is going to be a member of our committee, and it's Jerry Lutkin, who did all the sound that you hear, all the things that you hear. He put together the continuous loop, which I said is going to run again and be available to you later. And he's going to tell you about the Seaplace time capsule because it was his idea. Come on over.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the time capsule. Now, I've had some feedback that says, that's it, 50 years, and it's like, you're going to all fit in this? Well, yes, and it turns out that when we first put out a call for stuff, it turns out nothing came in, so I thought, well, I can't have like a time capsule with two things in it. But as you see around the room, an amazing amount of material has come in. So what's going to wind up in the time capsule is basically a selection of material you see around here. There will be some historical documents. There'll be some photos of today. In fact, what we're going to do at the end, I'm going to alert Wendy. Wendy, you're going to give me a ladder and you can stand up onto the photo. Wendy, are you around? No. She made her escape, did she?
No, maybe in the
Oh,
kitchen.
okay. Because in a few minutes here, we're going to ask you to all stand nice and still, and then we're going to have a couple of our volunteer photographers come up here and take some photos. Well, I think, and actually, the Longboat Observer reporter is going to actually help us with that, I think. Okay. So this time capsule is going to be buried out by the flagpole. It's going to be buried under this little plaque that says Seaplace Time Capsule, 1973 to 2023. And, you know, we're marking it because we don't want it to get lost. I mean, the idea here is that this will be in the ground for a long, long time. And we've been here 50 years. My personal hope is that, I don't know, 50 years, let's hope that there's 50 years somebody decides maybe it's time to dig this up and they can find it. And you should all remember this. I mean, I want you to print this on your mind, tell your children, tell your grandchildren. Everybody remember where it is. It's going to be right up there by the flagpole. And who knows, maybe a few of you, I'm looking around for younger, you want to say that? You might be here, 30, 40, 50 years from now. But, maybe some of your descendants. Wouldn't that be great if they could do that? One of the other things that's going to be going in here are messages to the future. If you may have not seen it, way in the back corner where I'm going to actually go and put this again. Am I getting the book?
No, I'm getting the book.
So there are little cards, little index cards and pencils. Please use a pencil. Pencils last better. So back there's cards in a little basket. So just write something to the future. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything in particular. Just use your creative minds and tell the future what you're thinking about today or what you hope they're thinking about. And that'd be nice. So please go back and do that. Let me just make sure this is all I have to tell you about today. Let's see. Well, certainly by contacting me. Anybody who wants to get, let's say, their private copy of that continuous loop is certainly glad to do so. I'm glad to provide that to you. Maybe Wendy, we'll put a copy up on the website, maybe? I'm not sure. See if we can figure out that. And then we'll be picking, we have galleries. I'm not sure how many of you actually use the website, but there's a gallery section of the website, and I'm sure there'll be gallery type pictures, on the website. And when we're going to bury this, so we're not going to bury this today because we do want to include some things from today. I'm looking again at the Longboat Observer lady. For example, if this appears in a particular issue, we wouldn't mind having that issue, at least maybe that page wind up, in the
Neighbors cover for next week.
Oh, we do. Oh, the Neighbors. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? This sounds very prestigious. The Neighbors cover. I think we're bumping off Trump and Biden, are we? Oh, I didn't say bump off. I did not say bump off any further. Did not say that. Well, with that faux pas, I turn it over to the next speaker. Thank you.
I stand here today and I have everybody telling me great job and so forth, but I couldn't do it without all of these people that I mentioned. The artists, 3 artists, Jerry with his unusual sense of humor, Lorraine who just is thinks like me, ooh, I forgot this or whatever. So I would like, Penny, thank you again, really. Please thank those people again. I couldn't do it without that group. I now am going to give you the list of VIPs. I know everybody in here is a VIP, but I have a list of people who responded that they would be attending. And I also would like to mention there's apparently 2 previous board members of Seaplace here. Terry Kahl, did I say that right? Okay. And I like this guy's name, Don Richer. Okay. I know it's Richer. I was being funny. See what I mean? I don't have the sense of humor. Don Richer. Okay, so the people who responded, the other VIP, the guest VIPs, were Congressman Vern Buchanan, Aaron Duggan, who's the Vice President of Sarasota. Aaron Silk, if you don't know each other, you should get to know each other. There you are in the back waving hello, who is the COO of Economic Development Corp of Sarasota County. Thank you for being here and supporting us. Tom Harmer, Town Manager of LBK, is he here? Not yet?
He said he'd be late.
Oh, he said he'd be late, and he was right. Lisa Kraus, who's the CEO of Economic Development of Sarasota County. Is Lisa here? Okay. And Alan Parsons, Director of Planning and Zoning of LBK. And then we have Penny Gold, who is our own Penny Gold, who's with the Town Commission. Thank you. If I missed someone of importance.
You did.
Who did I miss?
This is Deborah Murphy. She's Commissioner-elect for the town of Longboat Key.
Deborah Murphy, Commissioner-elect, Town of Longboat Key. Thank you. Anybody else that we missed or I mispronounced? I know about Riche. I just thought it would sound so cute, Richer. I really did. I like that. So. Who? Irene Hagman, former board member. That's the pretty lady over here. All this stuff. Who else am I supposed to?
Harold.
I did Harold earlier. Our former modest conservative chairperson, the one with no eagle, Harold Kaufman. Okay. I did it. You weren't here then. What am I supposed to do with the ladder?
Oh, no, when we're done, I just want to give you a heads up that we're done, we're going to do the photo.
You didn't tell them that yet, did you? Oh, I was in the other room getting my list. Okay, thank you. So when I'm done, we're going to do the photo, or when the whole thing is done?
No, right now. Well, you got everybody's attention, and you have our observer friend here.
Okay, so that's okay. We're now going to do the group photo. Everybody get ready to smile, everything.
We're going to ask you to just crowd in a little bit, I think. We're going to let the photographer decide. I think we're going to like to crowd in a little bit. And otherwise, it's just going to be like impromptu. Okay, I'm going to, while we're waiting for
I'm doing. Yeah, he's at the door.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Just everybody, what do you want them to do, Jared?
I'm just testing right now. I'm just testing to see how wide I can. Are you willing to do this? Okay, we're going to have okay.
Come on, everybody, try to get in the picture. You're going to be part of history.
Oh, sure, get in the picture. Yeah, everybody in the picture.
If people on the patio want to come in and join the photo, please do so. If not, enjoy your comfort there. We're going to do a lot of them. You're going to go in history. You're going in a capsule forever. Okay, here they come.
Just testing the lighting.
Okay, everybody.
Okay, everybody.
I can see your head. What you get in front of me?
It's fine, I'm gonna move this back a little bit. You're a big crowd. I can't really get to you know what, that would be better over here. Let's do one more of these. Okay, this is better. I can really get everybody here.
All right, everybody smile.
Get in?
Yes, I did.
And you do know that the current issue of the Longboat Observer is going in the capsule. We're doing that also. All right, so can I have your attention for about 5 more minutes? We are going to do the door prizes now, and then I have a surprise for you. We did the program early. We're going to have the food. But the first thing for the door prizes, somebody yell out a number from 1 to 200. 12? 12. Mary Callahan. Is there a Mary Callahan here? Okay, she won a door prize.
The door.
Must have put the original on, but he forgot to get his name on the door prize.
Right.
I'm not very lucky anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, that's a wonderful painting by Pat Lundy. Pat Lundy, come forward below, Pat Lundy. Thank you, Pat Lundy. Grab a picture of that, somebody, if you could.
The contact.
Yeah, good point. You're all right.
No. Okay, all right. I need another number from 1 to 200.
Oh, boy.
36. No, it's a Stillman. For the Stillmans. Okay, you got a prize?
Got a prize.
Hi, Marianne. How you doing?
I'm sorry.
Who's taking care of David James?
Over here, over here.
You're standing in front of the camera. We can't see anything. Well, you turkey butt. That's right there. Don't go back. Seriously.
Oh, my
You're
God,
blocking the
I don't
camera.
I don't have the 182. 11 is Ruth Greenbaum.
Great cover is alongside. I'm waiting for you to turn around so we can see your face.
Oh my. All right, now I need a number from 1 to 112. 101 is Lick Leader? Here, okay. Lick Lighter. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
You won.
Number from 1 to 112. Come on, somebody in the back. Give me somebody a number from the back. Hello? 99. Okay. Julian Aresti, Elaine Aresti. Okay.
That's a camera.
That package is called the spa package. The spa package. All right, another number from the back, please. Give me a number, somebody. 88. Hornick. Beverly Hornick. Okay. Two more to go. Give me another number. 82 is Dragata. All right. One more minute. One more time. All right, I need a number from way in the back. Somebody in the back, give me a number. 1 to 112. 101. We did that already. Give me a different number. 102. Masiello and Laura, Janet Masiello, are you here? Sal and Janet. Here's Janet coming. Janet. Okay. I want to thank everybody who donated. Everything that you see in the prizes were donated by the committee. And I thank. And now I'm going to go authorize the food to be put out. These are appetizers. This is not dinner, I'm supposed to say. Don't say that. No, I'm not supposed to say that. Okay, that was tacky. Take that back. These are appetizers. And we're also going to call Sue up. Where's Sue? Our President Sue, who's going to come cut the cake now. Go over there and cut the cake. Mike Rennick, can you get the cake cutting?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason we're doing that now, ladies and gentlemen, just 2 more minutes, I promise, 2 minutes. We're going to cut the cake, Sue's going to make a comment, and then we're going to devour whatever you want, I think. Sue, do you have a microphone, Sue?
Can I get your
Okay.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry.
Hello, can you still hear me? I'm coming over, Sue, with a microphone. Wait a minute.
Excuse me, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, make way for the microphone.
Sue, hang on. Sue,
Wait
hang
a
on.
minute. Make way for the microphone. Okay. Sue is like having to wait.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello. Okay. To a legacy of caring and friendship in the future.
Definitely friendship. All right, everybody, we're now going to party. Thank you for your attention and everything. Thank you.
Another truck, that woman with the sharp knife. So we need to say goodbye to him. I have
The
him on
FBI
film
knows.
that he tried 2 presidents. I have it recorded.
Wow.
Only 2.
I figured. And I used to like working with him.
You know what? And this, frankly,
He went after Biden and Trump both on film.
That's
I knew
I
this was
said we were going to bump them off. I wanted to say off the front page.
but you didn't.
I forgot to add off the front page.
Well, I'm sure they'll understand.
Oh, right.
That'll come out up to here.
Yes.
It's a destiny. It's destiny. It's the destiny.
Is the observer still here? Do you know?
I don't know. We could take the older presidents. That would be cool.
Yeah.
We need to say goodbye to Jerry, the communication director.
Yeah.
I have him on film threatening 2 presidents. This is going to come in handy.
Oh, really? Somebody asked if we got any pictures of the bunny.
I don't
The
know.
bunny rabbit.
Yeah, no, I hope they
Don
do.
wants to know if we got pictures. He says, I don't care about it. I just want to see the bunny.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Don. Hey, guys. How are you? I'm going to take this back over by the smart picture.
put it in? So do you have to put a, is there a brake on it, or is it? unless they did a very little pitch drop and how the power would go to neutral. I went and got an injection about a week and a half ago, so the pain's better. Yeah. Oh, no.
Can I ask you guys to move just a little bit? You're on the block.
Oh?
I didn't know. I thought it was tonight.
It's live. It's actually live.
They're live streaming. Oh,
Live stream. Say hi. We're live.
oh,
You want to be seen? Here, I can't pick you up. Your mommy can pick you up. You can see yourself. I'll watch it.
1, 2, 3. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Happy party.
Happy
Bye. Bye.
Very interested in history.